We're talking about your writing, and this is something I've always wished they would do, whoever they are, is put all your New Yorker pieces into a book. And this is just, is it come out? Just,
yes, October 15th is the, was the publication date.
Is or was the publication date.
I'm disoriented.
Yeah, it's called Getting Even. And these are all, are there any exceptions in here? I mean, are all these things that appeared in the New Yorker, or are there some that never did?
No, there are some that never did. Can I see it for a second?
Yeah.
I just want to check it out. It's my face on the cover, in case you don't know. It's a, it's also on the back cover.
It looks a little like the Seventh Seal, that face, somehow.
That's right, because I have a good, tragic face. I should not be doing comedy. I should be doing Swedish tragedy, you know? Well, the hell with it. This contains all my pieces from the New Yorker magazine to date, plus several other published things. Yeah. In other magazines, and a few new things that I wrote just for this book. There's about a dozen from the New Yorker and a couple from some other magazines, and I wrote a couple just so they would buy the book if they've read them all anyhow.
Yeah, they're really hilarious. I read, I think, 4/5 of it last night. And there's one, I know there was one that I hadn't seen anywhere called Mr. Big.
That's right. That's right. That was written just for this book.
Yeah. Really funny.
But it's yeah, you can get this at your bookstore.
There's so few funny books that are actually funny. I know it's easily said, but the junk that they sell for humor, I think of the poor people in hospitals who get these cruddy little books that are supposed to make them laugh, and they never do. Or right, people who aren't in hospitals, but...
Yeah, because I don't know why, but writing comedy is a weird talent, and there's not too many people that really have it, you know, to be able to write comedy. And I don't know what, you know, it doesn't mean that you're good in anything or intelligent or anything. It's just some freak kind of mutation that you can write things and they come out funny. S.J. Perelman, of course, was miraculous at it, is miraculous at it. Robert Benchley. And there are a couple of other people that you know, that are tremendous at it. And, you know, I'm thinking of Frank Sullivan and Max Shulman and you know, where they have a real prose style that's funny. But most people don't write such funny stuff. I don't know why.
Who do you read when you don't want to laugh, but when you just want to read something good writing? Yeah.
I'm a heavy reader. I read. I don't like reading. You know, because I think reading is a secondary experience, and that if you can be doing anything else and you're reading, it's a mistake. You know, so I read exclusively when I get into bed at night. That's when. Why? Because you think that that's my only choice, right? No, that's when I read, because I get tired. You know, I read, and my eyes get tired, and then I drop off to dreamland. And I read Kafka a lot. I'm a big fan of his. And I read a lot of philosophy. You'll notice there's a lot of philosophy in here.
And a lot of death.
A lot of death. I like to write about death a lot because I'm obsessed with death. You know, as I was saying earlier in the show, when we died. And, you know...
Where does that come from? Does that run in your family, a morbid streak? 'Cause I think I have it, too.
Do you think about it a lot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we just upset somebody in the band. With,
yeah, you can't mention the subject without... do you ever have the feeling that... this has nothing to do with that, really. But do you ever... You know, we're sitting here talking now, not unlike we might in real life.
Right.
Do you ever get the strange feeling when you're on television that maybe, actually, this is the night when the odds tipped to the extreme end of improbability, and not one person is watching?
All the time. I think that all the time. I am notorious for getting low ratings on television. You know, I did 2 specials. The first one years ago got a real low rating. The last special I did was on CBS. It was me, Billy Graham, Candy Spurgeon, and The Fifth Dimension, and myself. And this was about 2 years ago now. I was on I was on CBS. On ABC, there was a movie that got a higher rating on me. On NBC, there was a card that said, "Please stand by. We will, you know, be back in a minute." That got a higher rating than my show.
And it wasn't even a moving card?
Not even a moving card, just transmission interrupted, we'll be back in a little while. And people were watching that and not watching my show.
Now, what do you must have an explanation for that, because you're a tremendous success in all the media.
But I don't know why exactly. You know, I'm not being facetious, but my television shows do get, have gotten low ratings. Wait, you'll see in your 2 weeks of 90-minute shows with people, see if I don't get a lower rating than, you know, I don't know who you're doing them with, but you'll see.
Really? You'll be the bottom
I
for
will
this.
be the rock bottom rating that you get.
In other words, it is quite possible that there's no one watching now, or just a handful of people.
Handful of perverts are watching the show at this moment. I think that I'm a specialized taste. I'm like a rare wine, that a person must be have a certain amount of education, a certain amount of breeding, as it were. Yes, that's true.
Yes, it's true, of course. I didn't mean to laugh. I don't know what got into me.
Of course. So you're not going to get many normals watching this show, really.
Yes, we have quite a perverted audience, actually, in the studio. I don't know,
you get great-looking girls in your
cleaned out
audience.
the bus station. When
You know that?
What?
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Well, what do you mean?
I say this people, the bus station is
You
probably
get a great
empty. All the
many
perverts
great
usually hang
girls
around
and
the bus
oh,
station.
sorry, I did it again, didn't I? You got great
bus station. Could you split the
So
screen
anyhow,
and we could talk with it?
I was just remarking that every time I've done this show, which has been like 3 times, you get real pretty girls in the audience, and it's a consistent thing, and I don't know exactly why you do.
Oh, I get much prettier ones on the nights you're not here.
Do you?
I've heard you.
Because
no, it is funny. You know what it is? I think that a number of... I know why you think that. Airline stewardesses often attend the television broadcasts, and you probably find that a number of these people now are airline stewardesses. Is that why there are the paper bags on the chairs in front of you? Possibly not.
You know,
Possibly
I've done the Tonight Show and the many times, and the Merv Griffin Show and the David Frost Show, and they get attractive women, but you get consistently good girls here, and it's maybe worth hanging out outside.
You could come here and get a job pushing something.
That's right. I could hang out here, but it means I'd have to leave the schoolyard.
We'll be right back after this message from our local station.